Yeah, the first thing I was going to ask is you've been able to win big with a variety of different rackets. How have you been able to adjust to the equipment, and what is it about Dunlop, that you settled on a Dunlop?
Yeah, well, I think that the most important thing for sure is, at least for me, is to have a good technique when you play tennis, no? And if you have that, it's gonna help you, with any racket. Of course, there's racket that is gonna help you more for your game, and you will like it more. And and now with Dunlop, I'm feeling great. No, maybe the results in the last months, they were not the best ones, but I'm feeling good when I'm playing. And I lost few matches really close, and well, I think that I have enough experience right now to know that not always the results are coming like you want, and sometimes you lose some matches really close because it's all the tennis players right now, they are really good players, and it's so competitive, all the ATP tour. But I'm really like looking forward to make good results with Dunlop, like I was doing with my other brands before. So I'm really motivated and looking forward also to play good here in Miami and to start the clay season and play as good as I did last year.
What string do you use, and what do you string at? And do you experiment with strings depending on the surface?
No, no, the strings I always use the same because I did sometimes few changes to see how they works, and always the change with the strings, they were like for worse. I never did a change and said like, wow, I found something new that is much better. So I always play with the same one, and I prefer to don't change the string, like the racket, always the same racket, always the same string, and just changing a little bit the tension depending if you are playing in altitude or like sea level, or more or less depending of the balls. There are some balls that they are more alive and other ones that are more heavy. So about that you can change the tension, but always the same racket and strings.
When I think of your career, you've had so many memorable matches. The ones I always think about is Davis Cup, when you came back, you and Feliciano first in the doubles in Argentina, then against Acasuso the next day when you clinched, and also the Rafa match at the Australian Open. A lot of people think that's one of the best matches they've seen at the Australian Open. What did those two matches do for you as a player and as a competitor? One, obviously, a big, huge win. The other, a tough loss, but you played incredible high-level tennis.
Well, they were like two of the most important matches I ever played in my life, in my career, for sure. Maybe also with the doubles to win the Davis Cup the year after in Barcelona with Feliciano, that we won the third point, and then we won the second Davis Cup in a row, and also like play matches like, for example, semifinals with Djokovic last year in Monte Carlo, that I beat him, and it was my first semifinals in the Masters, and I then that that match helped me to be in the final for first time. They were like really good matches in my career, but maybe the one in Argentina against Acasuso and the match with Rafa, they were the most special matches I ever played in my life. And I'm looking forward to have more of that ones, no? But it's not always easy, to get to one place like semifinals of Grand Slam or final of Davis Cup, and after be there also play a good match. And it's something that is not easy to get, but I will really hope to have many more matches like these two in my career.
In America, everyone talks about last year the U.S. Open, the great match point against Ferrer. That was another match where you were down and you came back after such an emotional high and such a physically demanding match. How do you come down? Does it take like a few hours to go back to the hotel? How do you get your body down after
No,
that?
no, no. Well, the match against Ferrer was a very hard match physically and mentally. After came back 2 sets to love down and winning 7-6 in the third. And well, that match I was really feeling not so bad after the match, not so much compared to how can I be, no? So with all the tension and the nervous from the match, maybe I was thinking that maybe I would be like cramping or like almost cramping and so tight or whatever. And I finished the match. I went to the locker room. I just took a shower and have a massage and stretch, and that's it. And the next day I was feeling good. So I think that if you practice hard and you get to the Grand Slams ready to play matches like that, you can have I don't know, you can twist your ankle, you can have a injury that maybe doesn't help you. But if you doesn't have or you doesn't make any strength movement or something like that, if you practice hard and you are ready for these tournaments, when I have been practicing good before these Grand Slams and I was playing these matches, I was feeling good also after the matches. No, even if they were really hard after the match with Nadal, 5 hours and 40 minutes, I was feeling perfect. The only thing I had the problem was in my ankle, that I had this problem that after that I've been like 1 month without playing because of the peroneal tendon, that I twist my ankle, and I did that in the match with Murray. And imagine finishing the match with Murray, then Tsonga all the match 4 sets, and then Nadal 5 hours. It was so much pain, but all the body, like my back, my legs, everything, they were feeling good. And I think that it was because I was ready for that. No, I have been practicing before that really hard, in case that these matches comes, to be ready and doesn't be dead in case I win for the next match.
The other thing I was going to ask is your style. People really respond to your style. Whose style did you admire growing up, and whose style, if you had to go pick someone to watch, as who do you like to watch?
Yeah, when I was really small, I always liked to watch John McEnroe when I was 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. But then after, when I was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, my idol was always Andre Agassi. I liked so much Marcelo Rios too. I think it was an unbelievable talent player, and like enjoying watching him play every match. But Agassi was always the one that that really liked so much.
What's your goal for this year and for long term? I mean, you've had some really significant wins. What do you like to do this year?
Yeah, of course. Every year for me is my goal is trying to be better player, trying to improve, and hopefully that improve, and if I get to be a better player, try to get also a better ranking. But for example, the last 2 years I finished number 9 in the same exactly position, and for this year I will try to be in the top 8 now and finish the year in the top 8. It's hard. There are many good players, and it's so tough to be in the top 8. Even many players that they are not in the top 8, they can be in the top 8. Like Del Potro is coming back, and he have unbelievable potential to be there. Monfils, he doesn't have injuries, he can be there. Almagro, I can, so it's really hard, and I will just try to play as good as possible I can, all my best, and hopefully I can finish the year top 8.
Is there any lesson you've learned from playing tennis or traveling the world that you could apply to your life that's helped you in your regular life?
Well, I just try to be, a good person with my friends, with the people, with my fans, that they are so important for me, and they are always there, and try to be organized and try to do all the things right to help you also in the court. I think that when you do all the stuff right out of the court, that helps you to do it good in the court. Sometimes you do it right outside the court, and you have a bad, I don't know, month or bad 2 months, and maybe you don't win too many matches. But I think sooner or later you will win the matches if you are doing the stuff right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you.